Welcome, everybody. Welcome back. I feel like we're a family now. We've been together for a few days, and I've been reading all your comments and taking some calls as well. Last night was quite busy. So, welcome, everyone. This is day 4, and I'm really excited. And we've had a great week, haven't we, so far, right? So, let me know in the comments if you also have had a great week. I can tell, from the comments you've given me, and I was on the phone last night at midnight. Talking to someone that needed a call. So I know that this is really working. So remember, if you've just joined us, it's not just you challenge, and we're all human. This is day 4 of the 5th day of the challenge. Remember, as we normally remind you, to minimize distractions, be here to learn. Let me give you some reminders of the things we've covered before. We're going to give you some strategies to really help you make progress in life. Remember, privacy is important. Keep it kind, courteous, respectful. Please don't copy anything or show anything outside of the group. Your messages are private. What we say in here stays in here. So let's get going. So I'd like to give you a bit of a recap of the week so far, if I may. So what happened? Well, people doing the homework, which is great. Even had a few send me pictures of their work, which is great too. And it's great that you're taking this seriously. So thank you, ladies. I also got a lot of emails from you with your homework and all the messages, and I say the phone calls as well. So thank you for that. It really shows that you're participating in this and benefiting. We had letters from students and clients. We also covered some amazing strategies that we can use to help us understand. And I've got some messages from people already that have started to use these strategies. They're going to benefit your thoughts and your beliefs, and we're going to use these to break free from the chains that are holding us back. So I just want to give a minute or two to recap. So first of all, what did we look at? Well, we looked at the ABCs, didn't we, of our emotions. Do you remember the activating event, sometimes known as the trigger, which can be created by what? Our past events. And they can be present, future, looking into the future, seeing something bad happening, and it also can be in the past. So, and these triggers then are a reaction to our beliefs, and we can have what? Healthy beliefs, and we can have unhealthy beliefs. And when we have unhealthy beliefs, we then get consequences, and those consequences are, I'm sure you know by now, psychological disturbances and physiological disturbances. And also further thoughts. We can have thoughts about thoughts. You remember that, yeah? And the consequences can be what? Symptoms like racing heart, sweating, digestive system playing up, trembling, shivering, tightness in the throat, feeling faint or dizzy, although we don't faint. We just feel it because we've over-oxygenated. Do you remember? And we accept that it's not just you. I hope that's a lesson and something that's been embedded into you now. It's not just you. You're not alone. Often we do think that. So we're facing these issues together, and it's happening in our lives, whether we're stressed or anxious or angry or hurt, or we have shame, or we're depressed, or we're feeling guilty or jealous, or we have a fear or a phobia, or any of these negative emotions. They're based on activating events that are based on unhealthy beliefs that we hold. And then once you understand that, we then went on to identify the 3 musts. Do you remember? Most of my clients that come in, they've got thoughts around these 3 areas. I must do things perfectly, outstandingly. If I don't, then I'm bad. Or other people must do the right thing by me. That's the second must. And if they don't, they are bad. And then we have life must be easy, that horrible collection of thoughts that unfortunately not just adults, but our children are starting to grow up in this world that we live in now. Life must be easy without effort. And that leads to what? Procrastination, giving up on our goals, addictions. You remember all this. And we looked at how holding beliefs can change our emotional state. And we looked at the person that was thinking in the mall. Do you remember? I must have $1,000 or dirhams. It really didn't matter what the currency was in their pocket. And when they change that to preference, the emotions change. I prefer to have it, but it doesn't mean I have to have it. The three musts that trigger us in life, they're different than what drives other people. Some people think all three. Some people don't think those at all, and they live a happy life. And others, they'll think one, two, or three, or a combination of the three. So I want to just recap on that a little bit. And then we discussed, remember that tug of war? Yeah, the tug of war of the mind, and how to let go of that rope. Hi, worry, here again. And how pushing your thoughts away only leads to rebound emotions. Do you remember that we talked about the beach ball and beach ball thinking? And we gave you this really simple strategy, the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I had more people say that that really worked for them in the last few days than in a long time. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 seems to bring you into the present moment. And what I'll just mention this. I want to reinforce this for you. When you use the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, some people think, well, I've got to go and do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 every day for the rest of my life. And the answer is no. But there's a part of your brain that is spending too much time worrying, and then you exercise that part of your brain and it becomes strong. The neural pathways become strong. So doing 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 when you're worrying like that exercises another part of your brain. So it's like weightlifting one arm and not the other. If you do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, you're practicing a part of your brain that you're not using. And a lot of people that worry and have negative thoughts really love the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So it helps you to understand how you can potentially break from the habits that are going on in your mind and step into the now, into the present moment. So if you struggle with that, that means you actually need it. So you need to do more of that. Okay, so we've covered, you know, in a few days, we've covered a lot of ground together, haven't we? We've explored each of these concepts. And then, do you remember my elephant? The one that should have been, the rope should have been tied to his leg, but I couldn't find a good enough animation for you. And he ended up having his trunk tied. Well, just imagine that that rope is tied to his leg. I think that's one of the things that people have commented on as a metaphor yesterday. It was really liked by some of the people. I was surprised. I thought maybe more people would know about that. But I think one thing that people have commented on is that metaphor yesterday, that the elephant and the twig, or the elephant and the stick, and in this case, the elephant and the tree. But you can pull that twig out easier than you realize once you become aware. And you can break the chains that were given to you. When you were younger, you can break free. And that is a concept that I want you to take away with you today. Also, the big thing that I want to mention at the end of this recap is the concept of yes. Yes, Russell, I can change the way I think. I can change that way I believe, and I can pull that stick, that twig. I can break free of that chain. And I want you to let me know in the chat right now, if after these 4 short days that you are different, you've got a different perspective on things, you're changing, and that you can go out there and you can tackle things in life without getting caught up in the belief patterns that you thought you were going to be stuck with for the rest of your life, because you're not. And we're going to move forward, and we're going to move forward faster than what you could ever have done 4 days ago. Let me know in the chat. Just let me know. Yes, Russell, I can, and I want to share my big takeaway with you. Let's be positive. Let's think about this week. All the things that we've covered so far, all the things that we're going to cover going forwards. And I want you to write once more in that chat, yes, Russell, I can, because you are amazing. You've been amazing. The calls I've taken from you were amazing. And you've got something to bring into this world. You've got everything that's needed to make that change. You just need to learn more. And people are depending on you. Remember that. Someone is depending on you out there. Even if you're not with someone right now, with this attitude, with this change, it won't be long before you feel better about yourself. And you have a mission. You've got that life goal. And I want you to achieve that. So I want you to write in the comments, yes, Russell, I can. The biggest takeaway was your ability to share. Your messages, your voice messages, the many WhatsApps, I'm getting old. The WhatsApps I received. Last night, I was on the phone. I'm going to be honest with you. Someone was sharing with me the impact that I'd made on their life, and the tears were coming down my face. And it's just, whether you believe that or not, it doesn't matter. It's truth. It was past midnight because that call was needed. At the time we finished that call, we'd done some good work. I received several messages on Instagram and Facebook, not just from this region. People have been watching all over the world. I received a few messages that really moved me a lot. People have turned up. They found the sessions useful. I had a husband that gate crashed his wife's call in the group. He walked past and he noticed she was listening to me, and he sat down next to her and he started to listen too. And the husband jumped in on that call and he wanted to know, what are you watching? And you know what I got in the morning? He messaged me this morning to thank me for something that he heard, as it made him understand something about his childhood. And others have released memories for them from these conversations that we've had from their early years, things that they hadn't understood, but they do now. Others saw how they could apply the techniques, how they could implement them in their lives, and straight away as well. And others have shared with me some of the life challenges they're going through at this very moment. That's my takeaway. Thank you so much for sharing this time with me, for your openness and your honesty. Genuinely, I am touched. Now, before I hear from you right here, right now, in this moment, what was your biggest takeaway from yesterday? Let me know. Let's bring this together. Let's not make it a one-way street. What was your biggest takeaway from yesterday? I've shared mine. Give me yours. Just bear with me. Hi, Rise and Shine. Shaheen's joined. Rouge is here. Rouge. You're teaching your mom? That's amazing. That's amazing. And I hope she benefits. I truly do. Let me see some more. Belief systems can be changed. You're right. Belief systems can be changed. Thank you. Thank you for that. Hey, Alan. Hi. How are you? Welcome. Welcome. Thank you for supporting us. Hopefully you'll pick some more things up that you've learned. Maybe reinforce some of the things. Welcome, my friend. Welcome. I've got on my other phone, Hamid. What works for someone doesn't necessarily work for me. That is so true. And that's why we have a toolbox of other things that we can do, because you're right. And so many people, I want to pick this up. So many people are out there giving people the idea that this one thing will work for you. I see clients every day that come in disappointed in themselves. That is not fair, because they're being sold an idea that this will work. And the reality is, not everything works for everyone. We're all different. So I totally agree with that comment. Thank you. Thank you for that. I've got a comment from Hamid. Hamid says, all of it was useful. Thank you, Hamid. Susan, thank you for your words. I appreciate that. You're very kind. Thank you, Susan. And Rouge, you've been with us all through this with your positive comments. My team have noticed it every day. You have been there, really, really. You put a smile on our face. You're wonderful. And everyone's benefited from you and your feedback, including me. John says, I needed to hear this today, but I need to hear it every day. Truly inspiring. Thank you, John. Thank you. Jay says, I'm glad it was useful. I'm glad it was useful. And now he says he agrees with Hamid. What did Hamid say? Oh, yes. Hamid said all of it was useful. So thanks for that. And Sarah, she's still typing. Why this stuff? Oh, why this stuff is so real and practical. Why don't we learn this in school? You know, I've been asked that so many times by psychology students that come in to see me. They've even said, why don't we use this, learn this in psychology? Naren's just said, I want to do what you do and inspire others. Well, you can, Naren. You can be whatever you want to be. You listen in carefully, because this could be the seed that takes you there. So you can do it. If you want to do this, you can do it. So thanks for your comment, Naren. And there's many of you, and I don't want to impact on the session, but keep them coming. Keep the comments coming, because I will answer you. And whether it's, you know, going to the night after the session, I'll return your messages. So thank you so much. There's many more comments, and I'll reach out to you all, I promise. And I just want to tell you a little story. You know me and my stories. So I want to tell you a story and try and tie things up together from these last 3 days that sort of leads into a little bit of the battle plan for you. I want to talk to you about a time in my life where things weren't going that well. I think sometimes we can look at people in the media, or, you know, who happen to lucky enough to sort of get into magazines and television and that, and we think their lives are so smooth and easy, don't we? They're having a great life, you know, it's easy for them, it's all right for them. But I want to talk to you about my life, where things, they weren't going good, and, you know, things weren't going great. And I myself was listening to certain members of my family, and I was consumed by external influences, like we talked about yesterday. And I honestly thought that there was no hope in the world for me. They didn't know. I didn't tell them. I just listened and observed and picked up stuff, just like a sponge picks up water. I didn't tell anyone. I just sat at home. No one came. They really didn't come. No one knocked on the door. No one thought I needed them. And I just sat at home and no one came. And I was just thinking myself into a bottomless pit. I was thinking myself into a dark place. And it was almost like my years of hard work. And I work really hard. I've always worked really hard. Even when I was a kid, I was working at 14 with men in the summer to buy a bike. That's when I started work. So it was almost like my years of hard work had not been worth anything. You know, people I thought that would be there for me because I was there for them. And I was there for them. And I felt like I was losing everything. And around this time, when I was rock bottom, ready to, well, you know, something's, the thoughts that we have. I think I touched on it a few days ago. I don't want to go there really, but I was at rock bottom, let's just say that. But something significant happened. Something really significant happened. And I learned at that point that I am actually worth it. I'm a good man. I'm good. And I'd been believing the wrong things. I'd been telling myself the wrong things, and I believed. But I know now that that's other people's opinions, and I'm not their opinions. They were things that I was told when I was very young, when I couldn't argue. I just accepted it, sucked it in like a sponge, as I said earlier. And I was able to take that, and through this knowledge, through this understanding, through my training, I was able to take it all and use it to my advantage. And I want you to take all of your experiences, all of your times in your life where things were not good. And I want you to turn them into advantages so they help you to move forward. So you can look back at them and go, yeah, that was the old me. And just a few quick steps from that moment, I changed. Just think about it. What might that look like? They do say that every cloud, you've heard the saying, haven't you? Every cloud has a silver lining, right? You might have had bad days. You might have had stress. You might have had tears, and not tears of joy. You might have been upset. You might just not know what to do. But that was yesterday. And you can take those things today and you can write them down and you can look at how you are resilient. You're still here, and how you resolve them. And you can think what you believed then, what you believe now. But most importantly, you can write down what you really should believe going forwards into your future. Because the truth is, and you know this now, I know you know this, I feel it, it's not just you. You matter, and you can change the way that you think and the things that you're holding back. I hope that I'm making sense. Does that make sense to you now? Just let me know. Come on, give it me. Bring it on. I can take it. Let me know. Does it make sense to you? Do you think with everything that I've shared with you and all the things that we've covered on our journey in this short time, albeit this short time, a moment in time, do you think that going forwards that you've got a few of my tools, those workable strategies that you're going to use? You've also got clear, undeniable proof now, haven't you, that it's not just you. That feeling like this, it's not just you. That being held back in life, that's not just you. And that might be anxiety or worry or stress or depression. And it's not just you. And it's not just that, it's not about doing your best. It's about changing your belief structures. You might be thinking it was just you as a parent, that you're just not cutting it. You're not, it's not just you on that subject as well. You might be afraid of things and it's not just you. That you're worried about standing up maybe and speaking in public, something I could never, ever have dreamed of. I'm worried about what people think of me. What if I don't remember my lines? What if they don't like me? It's not just you that worries about your exams. Or as today, someone called me and said, look, my son's exam blanking and it's a really important exam. It's all going to get sorted. It's not just you. You might be a mom or dad and you're worried about your child's results and how they're going to survive in the world without you. Or a behavior or anger, the regrets and the hurt. It's not just you. Not just you who's jealous or frustrated, hurting or feeling guilty, feeling stuck. It's not just you. And with that in mind, knowing that there's help out there, understanding thoughts and beliefs, do you think that you've got a bigger advantage right now than what you did have when you first started this challenge 4 days ago? If you do, please let me know. Let me know in the comments. I believe it and I know it works. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you. Thanks. Thanks for sharing your time. Thanks for sharing these comments that's coming through now. Tomorrow, It's day 5, and we're coming to an end, and we're going to have some amazing stuff. Yesterday, for those who stuck around, we've got some awards, we've got some presents for you, and I've got some guests coming on tomorrow. I'm not going to be on my own. I'm being joined by some really good people, and we're going to have some live Q&As, and we're going to try and end this week on a high, knowing that by the time you finish, not only have you got strategies and you've got stories and you've got insights, everything I've shared, you've also got this community, the people around us, so you know that it is not just you. You're not alone in this. So look, we're going to wrap up today's session, and I'd like to ask you something really quickly. I am a cognitive behavioral coach and hypnotherapist. And if I asked you 5 days ago, do you want to see a cognitive behavioral hypnotherapist? Your honest answer, come on, might have been no. I'm not crazy. I don't need to see this man. But come on. For the last 3 days, 4 days, have they changed your perception of what it might be like to work with me, with a cognitive behavioral hypnotherapist, a coach? And let me know in the comments, did you change your perception? Because the truth is your journey of working with someone like me, with me, has now actually started. And you're ready. And you're already breaking the chains that are holding you back in life just by being here and sharing this time with me. And that is an amazing achievement. If you want to comment in the chat, then do it. Why don't you give me, I'm a chain breaker. That you are breaking the chain. You're breaking the beliefs. You can do it. Just like that elephant, you can pull that twig that sticks out of the ground. You can move forwards. There's nothing holding you back in life. Just let me know in the comments if you agree. Just give me a hashtag chain breaker. In fact, maybe I'll get some t-shirts printed, chain breaker. That's a good idea. But look, the community is very important. You're important. So no, it's not just you. And it has been very powerful. And I have had so many calls and emails and texts and the content in the chat room. Everybody gets it. Everybody's starting to understand it. Everybody is ready to break the chains. Let's be honest, sometimes we're at the risk of resisting change. And when tomorrow's over, you might go back to the same old ways. What I'd like to ask you right now, how would you like to continue with your efforts once the challenge is over? If you'd like to continue on this journey together, just let me know in the comments, because I've put something together for you that I think it will help you move forward. Yeah. So I want you to think about this. If you want my guidance and support, think about it. I'd like to ask you right now. I can take 5 minutes to show you a very special package that I've created based on what we've covered this week, based on the comments, your comments, based on your emails, based on you, that will help you continue on this journey to break those chains, to break those beliefs, and to be the best you can be. Is it all right if I just take 5 minutes to do that? Let me know in the comments. This is our group. If I can do that, let me know. Thank you. I'd like to, but I need a lot of conscious effort on a daily basis. That's a belief. Yes, I'm a chain breaker. NF, I don't know your name. I don't need to know your name, but NF, I hear you. I hear you. And Zone Alarm and DN. No, was convinced the day I met you. No, I was convinced the day I met you many years back. Like you said, go to the best advice. And I found you. And unfortunately, I don't know who you are. And it doesn't matter, DA. I don't know who you are, but I believe that it was meant. And for whatever reason you're here tonight, then I thank you. Thank you, Deepika. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you, honestly. So where was I? This journey to break those chains, to break those beliefs, to be the best you can be. So let me give you my 5 minutes. So what I thought, if we could do this, if we could create something to actually help you break the chains, and I managed to find an elephant this time that was appropriate. We've got an elephant there, and it's breaking those chains. Imagine what it's like if you could do it, and you could leave the past behind. That's a powerful thing, right? And you all said that you could break the chains. You all have taken the challenge. You've all got to this point. Imagine if you could go further. So what I want you to do is I want to give you something to work with me, because you can do it. You can work with me personally, where I can help you on a one-to-one basis. Does that sound like a plan? Here is what we're going to get if you're continuing working with me. So first thing, we're going to do a discovery call with my team. You actually get on the phone with a member of my team. And normally we charge $100 for this. We spend time on the phone. Sometimes, we laugh, not at you, with you. Sometimes we cry, but we get all the information that we need about you. So this is personalized. Each one of those people that you saw come on the screen, and I've got dozens and dozens of more people that would happily let me share their videos with you. Maybe I'll share another one with you tonight. I'll pick one at random. Each one of them have been on a personal journey with me. So sometimes we laugh, sometimes we cry at first, and then what we need is about you. It's personalized. Every one of those individuals I work with, I address their needs on a personal level. It's not off the shelf. You have to be, when you work in this profession with my set of skills, you have to be a chameleon. You cannot go in with a one fit sort of system, like packages and all that sort of stuff. It doesn't work like that, because we're all different, right? Because it might not be just you, but we really want to make sure that we're focusing on you. So the first thing we're going to do is to get into a discovery call with my team. That's the value of $97. And then we're going to move to actually working with me in person. So you're actually going to do a personal one-to-one consultation on Zoom or Meets or whatever. And I don't want people to worry about that. It's part of the process. I've been fixing people all over the globe. It's a system now that works very, very effectively. But I don't think people use Skype anymore, do they? But we're going to do it on Zoom or Meets. And we're going to do a personal one-to-one session with me. And I would normally charge at least 4,000 dirhams, about just under $12,000. So you can see that already I'm thinking about you. I'm going to together I'm going to gather all of your information. And then in that consultation, we're going to dig deep into the chains, the false beliefs and the thoughts, so you can unpick all of those. And it's done on a very personal level. So you'll get a discovery call, you'll get the one-to-one consultation, and we're going to do something. We're going to do something really special for you. I've got something in my program called a 360. It's a 360 degrees session, right? And this is part of the same consultation. So we do the consultation, and then we actually go forward and take it into a full 360 view of everything that we've said. And we give you some practical strategies, some tips, some advice, some help to help you move forward sooner rather than later. And when we add all that up, it's quite a considerable investment. If you were to just walk into my office tomorrow, I would charge you a lot more, right? You can see why I do that. You can see my pedigree, my track record. But today, we have something really special for you. So not are you going to get the discovery call and the one-to-one consultation, you'll get the 360 degree session as well. And I'm also going to give you that personal action plan based on what we've covered. The total volume of 2774, that's $2,074. I want to take that a little bit further and take this forward. And I'm going to make sure that you have everything that you actually need to come out of that session feeling like you can break those chains. And you know how to break those chains. And you know what the beliefs are. And I'm going to give you a personal follow-up session. After a couple of weeks, we're going to get on a call together and we will see what we've managed to achieve, what you've managed to do, how you've implemented to hold us both accountable, not just you, me as well, to make sure you've done what you said you would do and that everything that I've been giving you has been worth it and there's been an impact. So you get the discovery call, you get the one-to-one consultation, and you get the Platinum 360 session, the personalized plan of action, and the follow-up afterwards a couple of weeks later. And that total value of all of it is over $3,000. $3,000. And we charge that every single day. But today, I don't want to charge you that. If you continue working with me, we're going to have a discovery. We're going to have this consultation and we're going to have the Platinum session and we're going to have this personal action plan and we're going to have this one-to-one follow-up session. And I also want to give you some bonuses, at least $500 worth of bonuses. And I'm going to do something really cool. And I don't normally do this for my clients. I'm going to give you a 991 service. Yeah, a 991 service on my WhatsApp or Messenger for 2 months, which means for any reason that we're not going in the right direction, you just WhatsApp me. Obviously, I don't want a million messages a day. I'm busy. But if you get stuck and you think, what would Russell do? What would Russell Hemmings do? You can text me, you can SMS me on my personal WhatsApp number, and I'll reply within an hour or so, and I'll try my best to give you a quick tip. But of course, if it's a long message with multiple types of issues and it's a more complex, I'll encourage you to come into my office and have a one-to-one. But sometimes people just need a really quick helping hand, a sort of, hey, Russ, what would you do? And I'm going to offer you this as part of the package, which I don't even know. I've never done it. I don't even know what it's worth or how much to charge for that. But it has an insane value. I know that. And I've never done it before. But because because you've been on this challenge and you stuck with me right until the end, I want to give you all of those things: the discovery call, the consultation, the 360 session, the action plan, the personal follow-up. So you are accountable and I am accountable, and you're going to get access to our community. You'll get some training downloads from our website that are worth at least $300, and you're going to get this very special WhatsApp 911 service, where if you feel like you're falling back or you're struggling with a thought or you just need that one piece of advice, send me the message. Nobody else does this. And I hope you get so much out of it. I hope you get so much out of this session. And I know it's going to be amazing. And look, you can see easily why I'm able to charge what I charge with all these things that we've covered this week. One session with me, people are coming out of there and their lives, well, they've changed. You've seen what I've done with Joe. You've seen what I did with Run and Deepika and Dee from Australia. Even though she says, oh, I was too old to change. It's not true. She's a young spirit. All those people that I've shown on the videos. And in fact, I'm going to show you some more of those videos before this ends. In fact, why don't we do it now? I'll show you one now. Let me just choose one though. Can you choose that one? I've got some messages come here. Well, I sort a video out for you. Thanks, amazing. Joined, me too. Me too. Thank you so much. Yeah, let's do that one. Enjoy it.
Hi Russ, I just wanted to check in and let you know how I'm doing. I'm so much calmer now and I haven't had a panic attack since I met you. I'm more level headed with work and school, and it's all thanks to you. My anxiety has significantly decreased and I get to spend time with my dog.
Well, I do. I love to hear how people are progressing, and the good thing is, they actually stay in touch. A lot of these people, and they become part of my community, part of my world. I have this saying in my office that my friends become my clients become my friends, and it's true. It's true. We're sort of walking that path together. So, going back to this, so you can see why I charge this. If all you did with me, is it worth it for me to help you to believe in yourself? So you know what change actually looks like for you, to be able to say, yes, I can every single day. What would that be actually worth? If you woke up in the morning and you felt bad and you had a terrible day and you've wasted the day, remember that letter from day one with 75% of it was bad stuff and 25 was good stuff? What would that be worth to just flip that around? So 25% was the bad stuff and 75 was the good stuff. You'd pay anything for that, right? People will say, I'll chop my arm off for that. For this kind of thing, this change. Well, it's definitely worth $4,612. I know it is. I've been there. If all this did is help you understand and tackle your internal beliefs and thoughts, so you could break free from your loops, maybe it's anxiety or fear or whatever, what's that worth? You can go out again, you can meet your friends, you can socialize, you can go for meals with your family again. What is that worth? You definitely can't put a price on it, but it's definitely worth more than 4,000. Correct. $4,000 is definitely worth more than that. And if all this did is give you a clear strategy to help you avoid negative external influences so you can live life on your terms, well, what is it worth? Think about it. I had two choices. When I put this together for you, I could try and sell you packages with a big amount of sessions without me not knowing anything about you, just like a doctor would, or I could give you an amazing deal, really get to know you, to work with you on a personal level with a personal action plan. I give it a lot of thought, and that is what I've decided to do. I'm 63 now. It won't be long before I think about retiring, so I've decided to do this for you. So you're going to receive a discovery call. You're going to get a one-to-one consultation with me on Zoom or another platform. You'll get the Platinum 360, and you're going to get a personal action plan based on what we discover and a follow-up session down the line. I'm also going to give you the community, 3 training downloads with our website, really powerful, really valuable things. And the first time ever, I'm going to actually allow you my WhatsApp number. And if you get stuck, if you need my help, you can message me and I'll be there for you. And that total value is $4,612, $4,600. And I'm going to charge you, not that. I'm not going to charge you that. I'm not going to charge you that, not at all. And if I was going to do this live in front of people in an audience, I'd probably charge just under $2,000. So if we do this for $2,000, you'd be all in. Let me know in the comments. And if you would pay $2,000 to receive all of that today, because if you have been with us to the end, I'm going to give you everything that you've just seen. I'm going to give you it all for a one-time payment of $497. That's US. Also, you can split play it. You can split the payments up if that's available if you need to. So you can just contact my office and we'll arrange a split payment if $497 is too much. But for most people, I think it's affordable. I'll give it a lot of thought. If I was going to do this live in front of people in a live audience, I would have to charge $2,000. But not tonight, not you guys. Today, it's because of you and because you've been watching this right to the end. You can get all of it for $497, one-time payment. And you'll get all of this that you see on the screen right now. You get this. You can go to the link on the screen, community.russellhemmings.co.uk. You get the call with me. You get the one-to-one consultations, the Platinum 360 personal follow-up, personal plan, and the community and the WhatsApp service. I had 2 choices. I think I chose the right choice. I could have tried to upsell and sell many sessions, but I didn't do that because I believe the people who joined in and stayed to the end, I think this is the right thing to do for you. If you really want to break the chain, you're not alone. You know that. Here's what I put together for you. Just take a look, just read through it. Never done this before. I'll probably never do it again, but I'm doing it for you this time. And some of you, I know there's some people in my who are ex-clients of mine, and they're probably thinking, what the hell are you doing, Russ? But this is my, I've done this for 35 years. And I love what I do, and I love meeting the people and making those changes and hearing them grow. And they stay in touch. There's a reason for that. Now, old habits, they die hard, don't they? And you could go away from here and you can go back to what you're doing and what you're struggling with. This session, this work, this time could really help you break away from this and move forward. So look, if you take the initial consultation with my team and you decide that it's not for you before you speak with me, we'll arrange a refund, because it's not about the money. It's no longer about the money. It's really about you. It's about us working together. So after the first meet on the phone, that 10-minute call with my team, if you realize that, well, I made the wrong decision, just tell the team and they'll refund the money back. We'll do that for you because, well, we understand that people, sometimes they make rash decisions. So there's no risk in doing this. I made it that way. I've instructed them. If they decide after speaking to you that they don't want to go forward, just refund their money. My reputation is most important. So here is what I'm going to do. You're going to receive, when you continue working with me, the discovery call. You can change your mind at that point and you can continue if you want to. You'll get a personal one-to-one consultation with me. The 360 session, the action plan, the one-to-one follow-up in a couple of weeks, and the bonuses, plus the WhatsApp, the 9, remember, and the downloads. You have to think $497, and your money is going to come back. This opportunity won't. It's not something I can keep for too long. I'm doing this on the challenge. Never done it before. If we take the challenge down, the deal is gone away. It goes. And we're on day 4 right now. One more day to go. Now, it's a good time to decide. Is this something you're going to do going forwards so you can have that personal discovery? Here is what you're going to get if you keep working with me. You have the consultation, you have the 360, the action plan, the one-to-one, the personal follow-up session in a couple of weeks, and plus the bonuses. Now is the time. Don't leave it until later. This is the time. Think about it. I have to spend time with you. I can only keep this open for so long before the calendar's full. All you have to do is go to community.russellhemmings.co.uk. Sorry, I'll say that again. community.russellhemmings.co./ You can go there right now and you can get this deal offer, but it's not going to stay there, I promise you. Here's a recap. What have we got to do? It's a simple one-time payment. What are we going to think about? Are the ones that want to break the chains. We are the ones tackling the beliefs. We are doing the one-to-ones. We're doing the best in our lives for you, for your family, for your loved ones. There are people out there that will never step up to the mark, that will never try and help themselves to make that change. You have to decide which person you are. And for what we've done in the chat and what we've done in this week, what kind of person I think you are. Let me know in the comments down below. Yes, Russell, I can. And then head to community.russellhemmings.co.uk/go. One final recap. These are the things that you're going to get, and the link is available now. We'll be taking away the bonuses if you haven't signed up in the next 48 hours. By the end of day 5, the bonuses go away. And you have my word on that. You pick all of that today for one-time payment. I'm here for a few minutes. No VIP today. But if you want to ask any questions about any of this, anything that you've seen, I'll leave it on screen and you'll be able to take some questions and we'll make sure that everyone has the answers that they want. And that has been all for today. From my heart, I've really enjoyed spending time with you. I've enjoyed the calls. I've enjoyed the trust you put in me. And I've enjoyed mostly your participation. And that has been all. And it's a lot, isn't it? So I've been Russell Hemmings. I've really, really enjoyed sharing the journey with you. And we'll see you for the final day with my guests tomorrow. Take care, everyone. I've really, really enjoyed this journey with you. Take care.